Hello, everyone, and welcome to our live demo. We're so excited to talk to you all a little bit about building lasting loyalty and the tools that we have to help turn those one-time visitors of your car wash into repeat customers. To kick things off, I've had the whole team join me here on stage. We have here Kyle Doyle, our VP here at Rinsed, Hank Fitchner, head of product, Catherine Nelson from our data team, and then I'm Sarah Bruff. I'm the senior product marketing manager here at Rinsed. To kick things off, one of the reasons why I brought everyone on the stage is I wanted to kind of do an icebreaker question. We're going to be talking through two specific tools, our rewards loyalty tool and our customer app. And so I thought it'd be fun to kind of talk through an app that recently impressed all of us here on stage. And I'd love to hear your all thoughts on this as well. So if you've joined us, feel free to hop in the chat and share your name, your wash, and then maybe an app that you use that you like. Let's kick it off with Catherine. What's an app that you've kind of been impressed by recently?
Well, recently I had a good experience with Uber Eats. I order a lot of sushi on Uber Eats, and they sent me a notification a few weeks ago saying that a new sushi restaurant opened about a half mile away from my apartment. So, of course, I went and checked it out, and now it's my go-to spot. So I was really impressed with how personalized that recommendation was for me.
I love that. If I got a sushi recommendation all the time, I'd be eating a lot of sushi all the time because I love it. All right, Kyle, what about you?
I love my Delta app. I fly Delta quite a bit, so I just think everything is where it needs to be. It kind of has all the tools I need. I'm always kind of really pleased with it. I had to fly United one time last year, so I downloaded the United app, and I was just like, "Where is everything? I don't understand this. I need my Delta app." So I love that Delta app.
Nice. Lots of loyalty there. Hank, what about for yourself?
Yeah, I'm going to flip this question around because there's also bad experiences that you can have that you walk away with that now retail and quick serve are very much table stakes in terms of apps and loyalty experiences. So they've gotten better. I'm impressed, but it's when I'm not impressed that it becomes a problem. I've just recently searching for a quick place to eat with my son between baseball games and downloaded the Wingstop app, loaded it up, had it ready to go. Game ends and we got to get over there and get to the next one. And I go to check out and there's some static error message that failed and said, remove all the items from your cart and try again if this happens. And it was so bad of an experience, we went to McDonald's next door. So it's got to be a good experience.
Yeah, definitely. I think all of us could probably relate to that, and having a bad app experience really ruins it. I love that you went to McDonald's app next door or McDonald's next door because I use actually the McDonald's app. It's like my guilty little pleasure to be able to pull up my points there and get a free ice cream cone. I do that a lot. So that's one I use regularly. I see some people here in the comments. Great to see you all. Bill G, you mentioned Amazon. That's definitely an app that I use a lot too. It makes it so easy to just go ahead and get anything I need. Southwest app, Dunkin' and Starbucks, and Lake Focus app for a parent portal. That's actually really interesting. I have 3 kids and use a lot of parent portal apps. I would say I've had good experiences and bad experiences with those. Taking a quick look at just some top rated apps overall, all of these, like Bill, you had mentioned Amazon, Starbucks, DoorDash. Catherine, you mentioned Uber. I think there are definitely common trends when we think about like what makes an app really special. A lot of the experiences that you all shared talk about a good user experience, makes it easy, seamless for that payments and loyalty, basically being able to do what we want to do when we want to do it, right? And providing smart notifications, really re-engaging and having that brand consistency. And so we'll dive more into kind of these things that make an app great, but even more so than that, making the customer experience great, which is really what we want to focus in on today, because it's improving that customer experience that really drives that loyalty and keeps those customers engaged and coming back. So we're going to talk about the following things on our agenda. Kyle will be kicking us off today on why loyalty matters and diving in on like the industry level on trends he's seen and things he's seen for car washes specifically on the importance of loyalty. Then I'll jump in and improving that experience with the customer app and share a little bit more about this new product that we have. After that, Catherine will join us on stage and talk more about our loyalty program and driving loyalty with custom rewards. And lastly, we'll all come on stage for the Q&A. For the Q&A, there is a Q&A chat to the right of your screen if you're on desktop, or if you're on mobile, it will be below the screen. Feel free to type in any questions that you might have as we talk about loyalty in these tools, and we will get to them at the end. We're really excited to talk through these things. So Kyle, I'll go ahead and turn the time over to you.
Okay, thank you, Sarah. Yeah, so before launching SalesPath, I was the VP of Marketing and Customer Experience for a private equity sponsored group. We had about 40 locations when I left. And so obviously you think a lot about the retail funnel. So how do we fill the top of the funnel? How do we obviously, like everyone else, we're really, really focused on membership. But at the same time, we know that membership has to come from retail typically. So how do you feed the top of the funnel? And I think the big takeaway, and Rinst has seen this in the data, Austin mentioned this at his talk at ICA, is that top of the funnel is not as many net new customers as we think it is. It really is customers we've seen before. So it really comes down to frequency. How do we get a customer in that top of the funnel that maybe only comes once a year, maybe it's even longer than that? How do we get them to visit more frequently? And really, loyalty equals frequency. So sometimes that word loyalty, it kind of has this vague connotation of like, well, what are we talking about here? What does loyalty really mean? I think of it a lot about just frequency. What is the frequency? How do we improve that? And frequency equals retail revenue. Like that's the biggest lever we have on retail revenue, is just increasing frequency. And we know that if we can just improve that a little bit, retail revenue goes up quite a bit. So where does that come from? Well, I think you have to start by thinking about customer experience. And so what reasons am I giving my customers to come back more frequently? What is that experience like as they pass me each day, as they roll up, as they enter the tunnel, as they experience the interaction with my CSA or my salespeople? What is the tunnel like? What is the detail area like? And really what we're doing is trying to create some memory that they will leave with, that there will be something that penetrates all of the noise that's going on in their world on that particular day and leave them with some positive memory about their experience at our business. That's what customer experience is. It's memories. And so we know maybe they don't get that same sense of this is the most delicious cup of coffee ever. But we know that in car washing, it's about feeling good. So do they leave feeling good about that fresh, new, clean, shiny car? And so how do we influence that? So I think a lot of thought, yes, we want to fill the funnel, but we also have to take care of the people we are getting today and making sure that they have this great experience, that they're leaving with these memories that is positive, that they're going to mention this to their friends and family, that when they do come out of the supermarket a few weeks later and they see some pollen or some dirt on their car, that the memory is going to get triggered of their visit to your car wash, and they're going to say, you know what, my car's looking kind of dirty. I had a good experience last time. I want to go. And so a lot of times, again, just that top of the funnel, really, to get access to that funnel is just really, really valuable. How do I access each layer of the funnel to be able to connect with these customers. And then I think really you're thinking more and more these days, not just about their experience in person, but what is their digital experience? We can't get away from that. We can't ignore that their digital plays a large part of the experience. How do we look on Google Maps, and how's the website, and all of that? But managing their visit, understanding the wash packages, all of these things, managing the digital part of that customer experience, again, is going to have a big impact on what memories are formed. Hank made a good point that sometimes you interact with a brand digitally and it's so upsetting you don't even get to the in-person experience. And so more and more so, I think that digital experience is an important part of the in-person, or it's going to connect to that in-person experience. So top of funnel, really, frequency is really the game. How do we improve frequency just a little bit? Because that will have a large impact on revenue long term. And then how do we give a great customer experience both in person and digitally? So I think those are kind of some of the big takeaways as a marketer that we think about. But yeah, so that's kind of my takeaways. I want to kick it back to Sarah now, and she can tell us a little bit more about improving that customer experience.
Thanks, Kyle. I really loved what you said about building those memories. I definitely agree. Because really building, like you said, building that loyalty isn't just about, offering a car wash. It's about staying top of mind and really giving customers a reason to choose you again and again. So as you all know, we launched about a year ago our customer portal. And since then, we've seen over 1 million unique users log in to manage their car wash experience within the customer portal. And I think that tells us something really important, that your customers want to engage with your brands. And we want to make it even easier for them to do that. Right now, more than 75% of users are accessing the customer portal from a mobile device. And that's really where the customer app can come in and provide a better experience for those users. Because the app delivers a clean and really branded mobile experience that keeps your wash front and center. It's designed to make it easy and simple for members to manage their accounts, check the rewards and take action, which I think is what all car wash operators are looking for. So some of the benefits, just to highlight, of the app, that the customer app that we have, is that it works both on iOS and Android. It's browser-based, so there's no app store download required. And another great thing is that it automates automatically. I don't know about you guys, but I have like over 100 apps that I need to update with our customer app. Your customers won't ever have to worry about that. You can also send push notifications to alert your customers about rewards, promotions, upcoming payments. And I think this is a really important thing to note, twofold. One, because push notifications add in another avenue for you to be able to communicate to your customers. I get a ton of text messages sometimes, and a push notification can be a little different and kind of cut through that noise. Also, push notifications can offset that cost of text messages. And another really important thing to note, I think, is that within the app itself, we have spaces for in-app banners. So in the examples that you will see, it's highlighting a family plan. And I think as a brand, you can put anything you want there, from upgrading plan or encouraging upgrading plan to joining the family plans, like the examples we show. And the other great thing is that it's fully customizable. Here are some mock-ups I just want to highlight of a few brands, of what it looks like, just to show how customizable this is, and that these apps, the customer app, really showcases your brand. From the logos to the colors, it's your wash front and center, to really celebrate the brand that you all have developed. Now that you've got kind of a high level overview of what the customer app is and why we've built it, I'd love to dive into what it actually looks like in practice. So to do this, I want to introduce you all to our buddy Mike here. We're going to use Mike as an example customer. As operators, I know you all really take pride in your relationship with your customers and focusing on your customers a lot. That's actually been probably one of my favorite parts of my job, is going and visiting your washes and talking to you all about your customers. So we're going to talk a little bit. We hope that Mike can represent that audience for you all. Mike's been a customer of Music City Car Wash for a while, and today we're going to walk through his experience and how the app and the rewards program kind of turn him from that retail visitor into a loyal member who continues to keep coming back. We're going to start by dropping into the middle of his journey, where he's just beginning to interact more regularly with Music City Car Wash and show how the right nudges and experiences kind of move him from that retail customer to a member. So I'm going to go ahead and share a short video on this.
Mike's been a part of the rewards program for a few months now, and he's been saving up his points. The more he goes to the wash, the more he's been thinking about trying a membership, but still isn't quite sure if it'd be worth it. After his latest visit, he gets an email and a push notification. He's officially earned enough points to unlock 50% off a membership. He opens the app to take a look and sees his balance. 1,500 points, just what he needs to redeem the reward. At half the cost, it feels like a low-risk way to try it out. So he taps redeem, and the app takes him straight to a checkout form pre-filled with his reward. He fills out his details, hits checkout, and just like that, he's officially a pro member. From there, he taps See Membership and is taken to a page with all the details. He can update his payment method, view billing history, switch plans, or even enroll in a family plan. For now, he's happy sticking with the pro membership, but once he gets a feel for how often he's using it, he might consider upgrading.
All right, so that example shows a couple of things about the customer journey that I just want to highlight. One being the app experience during his retail, as Mike's a retail. It highlights all of the points and makes it really easy to manage. Once he becomes a member, then he can manage all of his membership right there, just through simple taps. That example also shows really how rewards play a role in moving the needle for these customers to keep coming back. So I'm going to have Catherine come and join me on stage so we can talk a little bit about rewards. Thanks for joining, Catherine. So to kick things off about rewards, I had the privilege of talking with Tyler Slaughter, and I know I saw him chat a little bit, but I loved when I talked with him at the car wash show. He brought up this to me about his loyalty and rewards program, that after they started their loyalty and rewards, they were able to convert over 25% of those members of those customers into paying members. And I think that shows just so much value as to this experience of building rewards and building loyalty, especially since this rewards program that we're going to talk about can kind of make those retail customers feel like members. For you, Catherine, what are some things that are really exciting for you about this rewards program?
Well, I think it's great that car wash operators are going to have the opportunity to personalize the experience for all their customers, whether that's just offering rewards on birthdays or whether it's just offering such a wide variety of rewards that it appeals to every type of customer. In addition, I think it's great that car wash operators can reward other behaviors other than just coming to the wash that are just going to drive revenue for the operator, such as member referrals. But zooming out, I would say I'm most excited because the operators are now going to have the opportunity to build a really strong relationship with their retail customers. And once that relationship has been built, I think that your retail customers are not going to be interested in checking out the competition. They're really just going to want to stay loyal to your brand.
Yeah, I think of the rewards loyalties that I'm a part of, and it definitely makes me more loyal because I want to use those points. You know, I don't want them to be gone. There's something that makes it feel more urgent to me, you know. Catherine, could you share with us a little bit about how easy it is to set up the rewards within the Rinse platform?
Absolutely. Let me go ahead and share my screen. So I'll just talk briefly about this rewards program. I wanted to start by talking about the opt-in form. So essentially there's a very short form that your participants will need to fill out. We'll ask for name and phone number, and then you as the operator have the ability to customize that form. If you want to ask for license plate, birthday, you have the ability to do that. In addition, we have the ability to automatically opt in your members, so just saving them a step and automatically enrolling them in loyalty. But what I really wanted to spend most of the time talking about is all the different ways you can set up to allow your customers to earn points. So let's first start by talking about the bread and butter of this program, which is just that you get a certain number of points for every dollar that you spend. So as you can see here, I went ahead and set up a program, and this program has 10 points for every dollar spent for retail customers and 20 points for every dollar spent for members. And the reason I think this is really cool is because your retail customers will see that they would earn more points if they just converted to a member. So it's that extra incentive there. Other than just earning points for every dollar spent, we also have promotions. So in this example here, we have double points on Tuesdays. You can also set that up to be bonus points instead of multipliers. And in addition to days of the week, you can also set that up to be a particular calendar day. So I know we all just celebrated Father's Day this past weekend. You could set it up so that you get a bonus 50 points on Father's Day. Some other features I'm excited about are member referrals. So again, if you have a member and they send their neighbor to your car wash, that neighbor later becomes a member, everybody gets points. We also have some bonus points for opting in. We have some bonus points for birthdays. And we also have bonus points for long membership tenure. So imagine you have someone who just successfully recharged for the 12th time in a row. You can give them some bonus points there too. The last one I wanted to call out on ways to earn is this discretionary points. So you can think of this as a tool in your customer service toolkit. Imagine that you have a customer who was unsatisfied with the quality of the wash, or someone who is complaining about the long wait times. Instead of giving them a refund on their wash or a free wash coupon for later, you can just give them some bonus points in their account.
I love that. I think there's so much value in encouraging these actions that matter most to your business. And, as an operator goes in to sets this up, I think it's really important to think through kind of what customer actions you want them to take. Because let's say, like you provided such good examples, Catherine, like the bonus of double points Tuesday, and we'll go over that one a little bit more with our friend Mike. But another one that comes to mind that I love is the referrals. Like I live in a community where it's like word of mouth is really high and important. And so I think providing that little extra bonus, knowing the community, knowing the interactions can really help drive more visitors and keeping them coming back. I did also want to call out, though, in this section that this is a really good example of how the customer app and rewards program can work together. Because with push notifications, you can send really timely reminders to your customers, letting them know about these promotions like Double Points Tuesday, or, how to earn the points through referring a friend, and continue to get that momentum going so that they feel incentivized to return to your wash.
Absolutely. Yeah, the app and loyalty work really well together here. I wanted to move on to the next section here, which is all about rewards. So we do have 3 different kinds of rewards offered. So first, let me talk about our retail customers. So the first kind of reward available for your retail customers is going to be vouchers. You can set them up with a free wash or a discounted wash, such as 50% off. But in addition, you can also offer vouchers for other kinds of services offered at your wash, such as interior cleanings or detail services, totally up to you. In addition, we have another reward type for retail customers that we're calling discounted conversion. So these retail customers don't yet have a membership with you, but what they can do is they can join a membership at a discounted price. So again, you can customize completely. You can offer 50% off for their first month. You can give them their first month entirely free, totally up to you. But basically, after that first month, Rinse will automatically switch them into a full priced plan. So they get to trial that membership at a discounted price, but then they'll continue to recharge and give you full revenue. Last reward I wanted to talk about is for your members. So they already have a membership with you. We can do the same thing that we do for our new members, which is switch them into a discounted plan for 1 month and then switch them back at the end of that month. Again, that could be a full discount of $0, or it could be a discount that you choose. The last thing I wanted to highlight here was about point expirations. So in case you're worried about your members stockpiling points, you can set up these points to expire in 6, 12, or 18 months. And those customers will get a notification in advance telling them that their points are about to expire and reminding them to spend them.
Yeah, I love that. Two thoughts came to mind actually as you were talking, Catherine. One that I love you went through the rewards and the points experience for both retail and members, and that we can really that this setup allows you to really customize for each experience. Um, and another great thing is within that rewards, I know you mentioned vouchers for free washes and things, and it can also be for example, if there are oil changes or other options for your wash, you can expand it to vouchers for those programs as well. Now, we had mentioned back before with the push notifications and the different promotions that we can provide, the experience of Double Points Tuesday. So we wanted to shift now. We've shown you how an operator can set it up, but let's see how our buddy Mike actually goes through and does this himself. So I want to share a quick video of him receiving a push notification for the Double Points Tuesday promotion and what that experience looks like on his phone. And then as he goes through the app and how he would go about redeeming that reward. Because the great thing about this as well is it's easy customer management for both retail and members through the customer app and customer portal. So I'll go ahead and share that.
It's Tuesday afternoon, and Mike's at work when he gets a push notification from Music City Car Wash. It's Treat Yourself Tuesday, and Mike can get double points. He taps the notification and the app opens. He checks his balance, 700 points, just 100 away from a free wash. Normally, a wash earns him 50 points, but with double points, today's visit would get him there. On his way home, Mike makes a quick stop at the wash to take advantage of the offer. Later, at home, he opens the app again to check his rewards. Just as expected, he's earned 100 points, bringing his total to 800. Time to redeem. He taps redeem, and a free wash voucher is instantly texted to him, ready to use on his next visit.
Great. So that example really shows up as the kind of customer experience that they would have as they go through and participate within this loyalty program through the customer app. One other thing that I want to highlight is just that experience, that initial experience. When we think about Mike's journey, he had this he was the retail customer. He's getting these nudges, these reminders to come back, engage. And I do want to highlight too that experience of look at the initial install of the app. So I'm going to share one more video to wrap up, to just take that quick look of how easy it is for customers to install.
After Mike finishes his wash, he gets a text letting him know how many points he earned, along with a link to download the app for easier reward tracking. He taps the link, which takes him to this landing page. From there, he selects Install, and on-screen instructions appear, walking him through how to add the app to his home screen. He follows the steps, taps the share icon, selects Add to Home Screen, then Add, and just like that, the app is on his phone. When he opens it, his rewards are right there, easy to view and manage. He enables push notifications, so he'll stay in the loop for future offers and updates. As he browses the app, he sees he qualifies for 50% off his next wash, but he decides to wait. He'd rather keep saving his points and redeem them for a free wash instead.
All right. Now that we've seen kind of Mike's initial journey, going back even to when he's to the beginning when he's installed the app, I do want to throw back actually to the start of the demo. As I mentioned before, we're already seeing customers actively using the customer portal with 75% logging in on the device, on a mobile device, and it's creating that real engagement for your customers and for the brand. I think this now with the customer app, the great thing is we're adding that other source to connect with your brand. And this structure allows you to kind of meet your customers where they are. Like we talk about different experiences and the flexibility that that provides. And I think it's fun to be able to provide that flexibility so that your customers can interact the way that they want to interact, whether it's on the desktop or on the mobile browser or through the wash, to drive that loyalty and keep them coming back. The customer app is an add-on to the car wash CRM platform, meaning you can layer it into right into what you're already doing within Rinsed. We're offering right now early bird pricing through July 31st of just $199 per month per location. So it's a great time to get in and start seeing these benefits and doing all the things that we showed throughout this demo. If you're interested or want to see more on how this would work for your wash, you can press the Get a Demo button in the top right corner of your screen. Now I'm going to actually welcome back Kyle and Hank, and we're going to go through some of the great questions that you all provided here. I'm just going to take a look. As I've been talking, I have seen a lot come through. Oh, Hank, do you also want to join the screen stage? Hey. Thanks, Kyle and Hank, for joining us during the Q&A. So many great questions. I will call out that if we're not able to get to your question, we'll reach out to you afterwards and make sure that you get all of your questions answered. So we'll highlight just a few ones right now. To kick things off, we had questions about the integration, what POS systems these programs and tools are integrated with. Hank, would you like to highlight on that?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we integrate with all of the point of sales that Rinsed supports. We want to work with you to determine exactly the right flow in terms of opting in, and there's some flexibility there. So we're looking forward to crafting the right experience with you there.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for answering that. Another question that came through is, if we choose to opt in for the app, would there be a QR code created for customers to scan?
Yeah, we do intend to actually bring a QR code generator into the app, but you can use an external QR code generator. We recommend that. That's a great idea. Makes it real easy to kind of just show your camera. And we have landing pages for driving install as well as opt-in. So I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, and also in that last video, the example had that landing page. Like Mike had scanned the QR code and it went to the lander, and those landers are available to you all as well, so that it's a really seamless flow. As a marketer, I always like buttons right there in center to install and make it easier for customers. And so that's already in place. Thanks, Hank. Nicole Smith asks, are you planning on doing any kind of refer a friend promotion in the app? Maybe Catherine, could you answer? Because I think that really coincides with the referrals for the membership or rewards.
Absolutely. You can set it up so that both the person doing the referring and the person being referred can get points through the loyalty program when you send someone else to the car wash. And there's lots of different ways you can share your code and make sure that everybody's getting credit for those referrals.
Yeah. Nicole actually did ask another question of, do membership subscription payments count towards dollars spent?
Absolutely. Yes. That's the primary way that your members are going to earn points.
All right. Tyler asks about adding points. He says, will there be an easy way to add points to their accounts?
Yes, it's very simple. It's about a 2-click process. It should take you about a minute to add points to customers' accounts.
Yeah, and to build off of that too, really it's just within the platform on the side, there's a rewards loyalty program and then rewards loyalty accounts. All you have to do is click into the person's account, and in the top right, you can do the drop down and it says add or reward discretionary points. And that's where you just give points to any customer you want. So I love that feature because really, you had mentioned this before, Catherine, that like if you have a disgruntled customer or something like that, you can be like, oh, well, we'll give you enough points for a free wash. Here you go. And give them those points. Another great feature there is that you can transfer points. And so if, for example, like you have a husband and wife and the husband doesn't want his phone or has switched his phone number, you can transfer it to that phone number, or have or the wife doesn't want the loyalty anymore, you can transfer all of her points to the husband, and etc. So there's ways to transfer the points as well. I don't know, Catherine, if you have anything else to add to that there.
No, that about covers it. Thank you.
Yeah. And then can rewards be used for free washes, free upgrades, etc.?
Absolutely, definitely can. That would be a voucher type. And you can set those vouchers up to be whatever you'd like.
Amazing. Another question, if someone gets enough points to get a free month or their membership or first month free, do you change pricing for us automatically and then back to normal pricing, or is that something we would have to do on our own?
Yeah, so you would set that up in Rinse and it would happen automatically. So you're not manually going in for each customer and changing their plan. You would just set it up once in Rinsed. And then once that customer hits redeem, it all happens behind the scenes automatically.
Yep. Perfect. Thank you. So many great questions. We'll do a few more here. Heather asks, is this only through license plate recognition?
No, we have multiple methods depending on the point of sale that you are using to identify your retail customers and your members. So it really depends. Largely, we use either phone number or license plate recognition, but like I said, it varies.
Great. Are there instances where the customer doesn't receive their rewards points the same day? Sorry. Yeah, go ahead, Catherine.
Sorry about that. Usually it happens within 24 hours. So if they don't see those points after 24 hours, usually we would recommend awarding discretionary points.
Great. Does the customer app for rewards automatically show the same info as the customer portal for existing unlimited memberships to manage their current memberships? Hank, do you want to take that one?
Yeah, that's actually, it's the same experience whether you're on desktop or mobile, so the information will be exactly the same.
Great. Let's see, I feel like we've done most of these. Concerning pricing, there's a question about the loyalty feature pricing versus the customer app pricing. I will call out that for the loyalty feature, the rewards, that is included within the Car Wash CRM. So that is not an add-on. You all can enable it. It doesn't require the customer app to run, as you can leverage the customer portal experience for that. The customer app is just the customer app is the added fee, so that you can kind of continue to improve that experience and make it easier for your customers to be front and center. One last question, we'll wrap up here. It says it would be nice to use this for all customers / not just unlimited members, assuming this would be open to all using the app, not just members. Hank, do you want to highlight that one? Or anyone else can jump in?
Which question, Sarah? I was answering another question in the chat.
That's all right. Basically asking if the app experience is open to all customers, not just members.
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, I was answering that in the chat. So why not do it live? Yeah, this experience is designed for all customers. So your retail customers, and there are rewards designed. This will answer another question in the chat that I was attending to. Retail customers will have the opportunity. You can reward them, let's say a free month configurable, to upgrade to a membership. So it's very compatible and designed to, convert. If you're happy on retail, great. You're almost a member. You're basically a member. Can we get you upgraded to membership? Let's dangle those rewards out there in terms of free months and get them attracted and understand what that experience is all about.
Yeah, definitely. I also want to call out that this is a customer app, not a member app. And within those examples that we showed, we hope to highlight both the retail experience, like with the rewards and that type of experience, and like what you were talking about, Hank, in providing those incentives for them to become members. And then once they're members, they can go in and do everything that they need to do within their membership, like switch plans, upgrade plans, family plans, all of the above, update payment information and everything else. All right, I know there are more questions coming, and we'll do our best to answer all the rest. After this, we'll reach out to you directly. We really appreciate everyone who has joined our live demo today, and appreciate all of the great questions and feedback that we received. We hope that we're able to show you a little bit more on the tools that we've created to be able to help customers, your customers, be loyal and keep coming back.